What's up, y'all? This is Ty. Why do I keep doing that? I don't know. It's just a habit. Y'all notice that habit I do? What's up? I don't I don't get. Anyway, what's up? I don't I don't get. Anyway, what's up, y'all? This is Ty. I am here to review season 4, episode 8 of Greenleaf. But before I do that, I want to give a special shout out to my Greenleafers. That's what I'm calling y'all. These are the people who have taken time out of their busy day to come to my little tiny little channel and leave comments and subscribe and tell me how they feel about the show and give their point of view of the show. And it really makes a brother feel good. I totally appreciate it because, like I said, I just be on here, and it was a pleasant surprise to see that people are actually watching and enjoying, and I appreciate that. So let's let the channel grow. I'm enjoying this. Let's keep having fun. So let me shout out my Greenleafers. That's my people who watch Greenleaf and comment and subscribe. That's corny, right? Greenleafers. But anyway, let me shout y'all out real quick. Shout outs to Usha Morrison. I appreciate your comments. A.O. Verrett. Simply Be Yourself 100. Gail Freeman, shout outs to you. Caramel 624. My boy A. Henderson, thank you so much. Ring My Bells Natural Hair, thank you. LaShane, Reese Baby, PKNCRM, thank you. Pash V, Mia Holloway, J.L. O'Brien, Shell 1984, and another good person that posts, they comment a lot, maybe in my other videos, Motown. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Y'all make a brother feel real good. Check out my other videos. I got a little talent. I do some other things, a little singing. I review other shows. I'm going to start putting more things up here. But that's enough rambling. Let me get right to this because y'all are here for Greenleaf. And I do appreciate it. So let's talk about tonight's episode, which is episode 8. So as we know, last week, Grace found out that Harmony and Hope is the ones who own that company that her brother sold, brother and her wife and his wife sold their land to. So this week we see Bob Whitmore's daughter, Judy. Did y'all know that was his daughter? I didn't know that was his daughter. Maybe I wasn't paying attention. But tonight I found out, right? That's his daughter, right? Judy is kind of having a conversation with Grace, and she says that, oh, okay, I saw that you met with Fernando, and she's making this small talk, but then she does a big reveal. She says to Grace, okay, yes, Harmony and Hope, yeah, we devour churches, we take over churches, but that's not all we're planning to do. We're buying up the land because, surprise, we want this to be like the Potter's house. We want this church to be the main church, but we want to also build a gym, and we're going to build a store here, and a this and a that, and they just want... I said, well, damn. They're building a whole neighborhood. This is gentrification right here. This is like super gentrification. You're taking over the church. Now you got to have Harmony and Hopeville. That's what this sounds like, Harmony and Hopeville. And Grace is like, she's not feeling it. I wasn't feeling it. I'm like, come on, what is this? You're taking off. I'm sick of them. I wanted Judy to be punched in the face. I want everybody to be thrown out and just give the church back to the family, to the Greenleafs. I'm sick of this. This plan must be stopped. I don't like this. You took over the church already. You take over churches. Now you're building neighborhoods. Is there gonna be some low-income housing? Are y'all gonna build some low-income housing? Anyway, Grace shares this with her family, and while she's sharing this, Lady May flips when she finds out that Clarissa sold this land to Harmony and Hope, and she's saying she knew that was Harmony and Hope, and she says something like, that desperate chick, she would sell the water from the lake. And I thought that was so funny because Lady May just has this disdain for Clarissa. And she's saying, she knew all along. Lady May also finds out, because Jacob also lets it be known, that old Charity Case over here is dating Phil. And she's like, oh my good. That's the same thing I said, Lady Mae. Like, oh, come on. Are you serious? Like, Lady Mae's like, what is wrong with my daughter? That would have been my same reaction. You just don't know how to pick. You just messing. Come on. The Harmony and Hope dude, this dude, we at war with these people. And you go and fall in love. What is wrong with you? So it's like, oh, her spot was blown up. Then we see Jacob talking to his wife, Clarissa. Now, this was very, 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 I like this scene because, now I know he hasn't been faithful in the past, and he's wrong for that. But check out the way Clarissa deflected tonight. When he asked her, what were you doing at Fernando's office? She flipped out. Well, you trying to treat me like a whore, act like I'm some whore after all the lonely nights I spent. And, she just went through that whole laundry list of the things that he didn't do for her. And you're correct, but you still messed with Fernando. He's still right, though. You were messing around. So don't try to act like clutching your pearls like, how dare you, when you know you've been messing around. And then she did tell him, she said, well, I went there to get you some cufflinks. Cufflinks? Who told you I wanted cufflinks from over there? I went to get you some cufflinks. That ain't all you did, Clarissa. Not only did you get cufflinks, you went over there and you got the D. You got the D. And Clarissa, you've been acting up. You've been acting desperate. You've been acting crazy. She also asked her husband, hey, if something happens to your mother and your father, and eventually it will, who's getting this house? Is it going to be you and your sisters? And if so, can they buy us out, or can we buy them out? What did she say? She said, can they buy us out? And he's like, look, I'm not asking all that. We ain't got time for all that. No. But now, Lady Mae comes up with a plan when she finds out about this whole Harmony and Hope neighborhood that they're trying to build, the gym and the Starbucks and the recreational center and the park or whatever the hell they're all trying to build. She's like, there's a way I can get to the deacon's board and let them all know this without making it so obvious. And she's like, I got a plan. We're going to have a big engagement party, invite everybody except Connie. But we know Connie's going to come anyway because we're purposely not going to invite her or act like her invite got lost so that she can come. And Connie took the bait. She took the bait. So she said, that's going to be our plan. And that way it looks like we're doing this and you're not connected to it. So they won't suspect you. So I'm like, very well played. Very clever. Very clever on Lady Mae's part. Meanwhile, let's see. Looking at my notes here because a brother can't remember everything. I have to write notes down. Anyway, let's go on and talk about someone I don't like. And I'm starting to, I'm going to say I still don't like him. Phil was having a conversation with Judy. And he was saying, when were y'all going to tell me? Now, Phil, you over here writing Whitmore's books and his speeches and his sermons and all this. And he didn't even have the decency to tell you his plan about making Harmony and Hopeville. He didn't have the decency to tell you this and what he all wanted to do. So Judy tells you, and then you tell Judy that, you feel unappreciated and you feel left out, yada, yada, yada. And she says some slick stuff like you are appreciated. But there was something real shady with her. But see, now I see how you and Charity case are bonded. Y'all both are two people who feel unappreciated. You're all feeling unappreciated. And that's because Charity wants to preach, but the family's like, nah, your strength is singing, stick to singing. So she feels unappreciated. And the pastor says to her, why you didn't tell me that you was messing with this Phil, and why was it a secret? And she's like, and what do you see in him? That's what he said. What do you see in him? And she's like, I know it was fast. You damn right it was fast, Charity. Come on. I don't think Phil is into her the way she's into him. So she's having this conversation with the bishop, and the bishop is like, but she's telling him, listen, give him a chance. And, And the bond we have is both of us don't feel appreciated. She did that little thing. So he was like, you know what? Bring old boy down to the engagement party and I'll fill him out there. But I'm saying to myself, the bishop ain't with this. He's not with this at all. He's not gonna be with this. Now, we see old sneaky Clarissa again, talking to the bishop. And now she's disguising this as she's so into their engagement party. We know you don't really care about this engagement party. She's trying to find out what's in the will and who's going to get this property whenever the bishop and Lady May go on to glory. So he's all caring and nice, the bishop. He's opening the safe so he get the marriage license. And she's like this, looking over him, trying to get the combination. And she gets it. And Lady May comes in, and Lady May gives that stare down thing, like, what you doing in here? What you doing in here? So that was very funny. And that was very funny. And we'll pick back up on that. Let's just go back to Judy and Grace. Judy smells a rat, and she wants to know whose side is Grace on. You on your family side, or you with Harmony and Hope? She's like, now your mama is having this party. What's going on? And inviting. You didn't tell your parents what I told you. She said, yes, I did. She said, but I don't know what they're going to do. So what's the name? Judy said, well, if you don't know, invite me. Let me be your plus one. I want to be your plus one. So Judy's now invited to this engagement party. And I'm like, I can't wait, because, this engagement party is going to be full of some stuff. Lots of stuff is going to be going on in this engagement party. A lot of darts thrown, a lot of shade thrown. It's going to be something at this engagement party, because we got Phil coming here, and we know they ain't really feeling him. We got Lady May and her plan to persuade the deacon board and all this good stuff. It's just crazy. And this Judy holds a meeting with the deacons and the deaconesses, telling them about the plan. And she says, well, we would open this up, and we want 50-50 split on the board. Oh no, this is not sounding good. This is really a takeover. And she's like, well, you guys take your time and tell me what you want to do. I'm like, nah, I don't trust this. 50-50? And you add these, who are these board members? What is this? I don't like this. I don't like this at all. At all, I don't like this. I'm not feeling this at all. So, let's move on. Before we go to the engagement party, Jacob, in a desperate attempt to, I guess, please his wife, goes over to Dante, the ball player who's been benched after his little incident. And he's trying to sell him on, doing like LeBron James and build this school, yada, yada, yada. But he's like, or you can buy a school. And he names the school that his wife is at. Dante is immediately turned off, because he's like, I'm sick of everybody with their hand out. This is what my problem was with Nikki. Now here you are with this foolishness. Be gone. And to think, Jacob, I was going to pray with you. Get on out of here. That's what he tells him. All right. Now let's get to this engagement party. At the engagement party, we see things. We see Lady May talking to board members, telling them, listen, don't let Connie get her way. Don't let this happen. Lady May gives this grand speech about her engagement and how getting married is not just 50-50. It's going to be more than 50-50. And if someone tries to offer you 50-50, you tell them, think about God. Put God first. I said, oh, yeah, she's preaching. But that was a little message saying, y'all better not take this deal. Y'all better not let this lady get up in here. Judy got the screw face. Judy's pissed off. But Judy also notices that Phil and Charity are all up in each other's face. And she's like, oh, this your little new project? oh, so did you tell her about us? You knew, like I was your little. I said, oh, wow, look at that. So Judy and Phil used to mess around. So I'm like, Phil, not only not only are you writing Whitmore's sermons, writing his books, you was laying up with his daughter. That is his daughter, right? Correct me if I'm wrong if that's not his daughter, but I think that's his daughter. You was laying up with his daughter. So there's more to that. And there's some little feelings hurt up in there. So I'm like, very interesting. Very interesting. Also at this party, we see the teenagers there. Jacob's daughter, Nikki, Dante's ex-girlfriend, and Grace's daughter, Sophia, and she's feeling left out. She's feeling like third wheel. Her cousin has latched on to Nikki, so that causes her to storm off, and she leaves the engagement party. When she leaves the engagement party, she's back at the guest house, beautiful guest house, and she hears all this rambling and rumbling, and she's trying to figure out who that is. I thought, did y'all think like I thought? I thought it was AJ coming back in. I thought it was AJ. But it wasn't AJ. Turns out it was Dante. And Dante was there bringing some of Nikki's boxes. And then him and Grace's daughter hit it off. And now she's going to take a ride with him. I'm like, here we go. Now y'all going to have a romance. There's going to be some problems. I'm telling you, that's going to be some serious problems. Okay? And let's talk about the scene between Charity and Grace, where Charity was really pissed off because Grace said to her, she said, oh, so you're really in bed with the enemy. And that ticked Charity off. Charity was pissed off about it. That statement about her literally being in bed with the enemy pissed Charity off. And then Charity's like, well, you have your own problems with your son. And if they found out about you lying for AJ, who did commit this crime, what you gonna think about that? So Charity is hot. She is pissed off. And then to make matters worse, when she goes to her father to ask him what his thoughts were on Phil, her father tells her, the bishop tells her, look, I think you should lay low until Grace becomes permanent at the church. Lay low with this relationship with him. And that pissed her off. And we know Phil doesn't have the bishop's blessings because the bishop was like, he didn't even say he was going to step down from his job. I don't like him. I'm not feeling this. I don't want him with my daughter. And you know what, Bishop? I applaud you because I agree with you, Bishop. He don't need to be with your daughter. So that really sends her over. She's steaming. She's pissed off. Judy's pissed off. And Connie is pissed off. So at the end of the night, Connie comes over. You know, these people got a lot of nerves. Connie comes over and she's doing the sarcastic clap. You don't do that in my house. Now, I would have to throw you out. Which she did show her to do. And she's like, good performance. Just like your little performance when you're lying about your father molesting you. Good performance. Now you come in here with this whole performance. You know what? You're something else. You come in here with this whole 50-50 speech. And Lady Mae was like, you think I was lying about my father molesting me? I don't think Lady Mae was lying about that. And the reason why I say that is, remember last week when she went to the bishop crying after she had told a young lady what happened? I think that really happened to her. Anyway, but her and Connie, I like their little banter with each other, and she sent Connie out the door. Judy steamed and a little tipsy. She's mad with Phil because she's like, my husband's divorcing me. Are you really serious about this Charity chick? And she's like, she gets in her car, and he's like, are you safe to drive? She said, what does it matter? She's pissed off, and I'm like, now, Judy, because your heart is broken, don't be driving drunk, Judy. Don't do that. Don't do it. But, hey, this was a really, really good episode. Let me check my notes, see if I'm missing something else. Oh, yeah. There was 2 bombshells. Judy drops a bombshell on Grace. And she tells Grace, I didn't tell you this part. But I'm like, do we really trust her? She tells Grace, Bob Whitmore wants you to be in charge of it all. The whole thing. Calvary, Harmony and Hope Land. He wants you to be in charge of the whole thing. So you better make sure that your mother's little stunt that she did at the party, you better make sure that this stuff gets approved, because if it don't get approved, it's going to mess you up. Because this, if it gets approved, you would have been in charge of it all. The church, Harmony, Hopeville, everything. And so she's like, wow, what a bombshell. But remember, I told you Charity is pissed too, right? So Charity runs to Phil and she's like, send it. Send the recording. Tell it. It's time for Grace. Because she's pissed off. She's jealous of Grace. She's like, it's time to get even with my sister. But I don't think that's going to work. You know why? I don't think Bob Whitmore is going to care. And the reason I say that is because he really wants, if this is true what Judy is saying, he wants Grace in charge. He has no intention of putting Phil in charge. And Charity, no matter how you slice it, whatever happens, you ain't going to be in charge, you know? So, yeah. So, good episode. AJ wasn't in tonight's episode. I was looking forward to seeing him tonight, to see an explanation on why this boy's still in these drugs. And someone said in the comments, maybe he's sick and he needed the medication, and you know, maybe that's why he stole the drugs or whatever, or will he need it. I'm like, that's an interesting take. But yeah, tell me what you think. That's it. Like, comment, subscribe. Anything I left out, you let me know in the comment sections like you've been doing. I thought tonight's episode was good. Like I say every week, I can't wait for next week. So thank you for watching. That's it for now. Like, comment, subscribe. Check out the other videos. But most of all, be blessed. I'm out.